Good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's Board of Selectmen meeting. We are reconvening from executive session for the purpose of discussing strategies with respect to litigation involving a claim before the Middlesex Superior Court in accordance with Massachusetts General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A3, as an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the town's position, as so determined by the chairman, and further to consider executive session minutes from May 10, 2021 and May 24, 2021, in accordance with Massachusetts General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 22. At this time, I'd like to do a roll call, please. Do we have to do that? We don't do that. No.
Everybody's present.
Okay, everybody's present. So I would ask everybody to please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First item on the agenda will be the transmitting of Treasury warrant number 53, 53A, 53B, 53C, 54, 54A, 1 and 2. Those in favor?
Make a motion to accept.
Second.
Roll call. All in favor, aye?
Yes.
Okay. No discussion. Okay. Next on the agenda is the approval of minutes from June 14, 2021.
Make a motion to accept.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Those in favor? All in favor? Approved. Yeah. Mr. Hull could not be here this evening, so we have Kerry Colburn O'Neill, our Assistant Town Manager, joining us. Thank you, Kerry, for being here.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's Colburn Diagon.
Colburn, sorry.
It's okay.
I don't know what I'm thinking.
No problem.
So Kerry will now
Sure.
start with our appointments.
Yes, so this evening we have an appointment for change of manager at Green Sauce Inc., doing business as Casablanca Mexican Restaurant, from Mia Munoz to Carlos E. Perez Polanco. And I see we have our, would you please come up to the table?
You can have a seat. You can remove your mask when speaking as well.
All right.
Thank you.
Can you introduce yourself to us?
Oh, yeah,
and-
my name is Carlos. I'm the manager in on duty. I'm Casablanca Mexican Restaurant, Wilmington, 207 Main Street.
Thank you.
And the Chief Desmond was requested to provide input as to recommendation for approval, which he did. He did not display any concerns. And you have some experience in the past, correct?
Yeah. I've been on the other location too. I'm a part owner of the one in Villarica, the other Casablanca. So yeah, been over there for like a year or something before I came to this location.
And everything is included in the packet, along with the documentation for the Alcoholic Beverage Control Commission.
Okay. Do we have any discussion? Any questions?
Question.
Just a question, yeah.
What, Mr. Carr?
Just a quick question, and how's it going over there? Are you getting back to speed? Hopefully, I'm hoping
It's
that the
getting
business is
a little
good?
better. Yeah, it's getting a little better.
Okay.
But it's been hard with the people that don't want to work.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
like today we close. We close one day a week because we show on the staff.
Oh.
Yeah,
But it's a bit hard time, you know.
So you're still looking for help?
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 How about, thank you for being here. How about any changes that our residents should know about? Everything gonna stay the same, or are you gonna be expecting any changes in the new management?
No, it's gonna be the same.
Everything's the same. Thank you.
And the food is very good.
Yes.
Thank you.
We love
Just,
it.
I've been working in the kitchen too. because
All
we show
right.
it.
You're
I
doing
see
great.
you over there. I go to your restaurant often, and the food is very good. I wish you the best of luck there, and hope to see your name at different events in town. so that the town folks can support you and you can support the town. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, so what we need is a motion for the request of the change of manager.
Yep. So I will put a motion to request the change manager from Mia Munoz to Carlos Polanco.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor? Approved. Thank you, Mr. Polanco.
Thank you.
You're all, thank you. Best of luck. Okay. Okay, next, we will be having a post-meeting executive session pursuant to General Laws, Chapter 30A, Section 21A2, to conduct strategy sessions in preparation for negotiations with non-union personnel. That will happen at the conclusion of this open meeting. And now we will move on to communications.
Okay. First item under communications is a memorandum from the town clerk regarding annual dog registration. And in her memo, she outlined a timeline of changes that occurred along with future process improvements from 2019, 2020, where a change was made to send out the notifications for re-registrations of dogs to direct mail and email versus going out with the annual census. In 2020, there were no fines or fees collected due to COVID. And in 2021, the direct mail and email continued. However, they reinstituted the fines and for the late payments because the reasoning in her letter is that the staff was back in the town hall and we were fully operational in supporting the public. However, there have been some concerns noted in social media and in phone calls to the town hall and the town clerk's office particularly, and there will be changes instituted as she outlined in her letter. There will be more notifications made to the public than were used this year. It was in town topics and it was in the town calendar on the town calendar page, and also on the signboard for Rotary Park from January 28th through February 11th. And the process for future changes is to add a reminder on the annual town census form, to redesign the registration form so that people know where to call or how to process a dog license renewal if they're unsure. Increase the number of times reminders are sent out. This year it was just December and May, and next year they will add February and March to that timeline regarding due dates, late fees, and fines. And they're going to utilize the Wilmington Apple, WCTV, and the town social media platforms to remind residents of the requirements to avoid late fees. Also put it on important dates so it will be brought up at each meeting, and include more information and more prominent display on the town's clerk's page. I would like to add that the reason for the fines is because it's noted in the inhabitant bylaws of the town. Both late fees and the fines are part of that process. I'll give you a little bit of background. Thus far this year, 2,308 people have paid to register their dogs, and there are estimated about 329 outstanding licenses that haven't been processed.
Any discussion?
Yeah, just a clarification, I was under the impression that it was well over 600 outstanding.
There were 600 letters sent out, but since that time, 165 of those have paid, and there are 329 outstanding, and then some have also come off the list because the dogs passed away or people have moved. So we're still fielding information from the public about dogs that are no longer alive.
Okay. Yep, we can go on to the next one,
Anything
yep.
else? Okay, next one.
Yep.
Next communication is a memorandum from the town manager regarding the execution of Massachusetts School Building Authority Initial Compliance Certificate. And a summary of that is the MSBA has sent out the documentation to the town. Our eligibility period started in July 1st of 2021, going through March 28th of 2022. And the end result of the process is successful approval of an appropriation for the feasibility and schematic design of a school. The first deadline comes at the end of this month with the ICC, or the Initial Compliance Certification Form. And it lists the terms and conditions to the participants in MSBA funding. It will involve, it will be signed by, if approved by the board, the chairman of the Board of Selectmen, the chair of the school committee, and the superintendent of schools. It is standard language, has been reviewed by counsel, Mark Rich, and he said that town should just read it very carefully, but it is standard language, and we're not able to change the language in the agreement.
Any discussion, questions?
And that will be coming up shortly under board to consider. Okay. Next communication is a memorandum from the town manager regarding water bans as they relate to fundraiser car wash events. Little bit of history on this. Last October 30th at a Board of Selectmen meeting, the Friends of Field Hockey received approval for a car wash for September 12th of 2021. So that was almost a year in advance of occurrence. The discussion at the time was that there could be potential water bans this year, which we're not seeing right now, I don't believe.
No.
So a motion was made at that time that the Board of Selectmen approve the request of the Friends of Field Hockey to conduct a fundraising car wash on Sunday, September 12th, 2021, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., with a rain date of Sunday, September 19th, 2021, with the caveat that in the event water restrictions are in place, the car wash will be prohibited and the organizers notified not later than August 1st, 2021. Right now, the town manager is recommending that we remove the 8/1 deadline for notification to the Friends of Field Hockey, because even though we've had recent rain, if things turn around and there is any sort of water ban from DEP, we would want to have the flexibility to notify the Friends of Field Hockey as soon as possible, and as soon as practical, so they could make other plans. So that is the request, that the town manager is allowed to notify if, and not wait until August 1st.
Okay.
Okay.
Any questions on that? Oh, good. All right.
Okay. Next is board to consider. And this is to consider selecting a designee to serve in the MSBA School Building Committee for the Wildwood School Project. I would like to recommend that the board also consider appointing an alternate if the primary designee is unable to attend the meeting, so that we can still participate and move the process along. As I mentioned earlier, this is a pretty tight timeline. If everything has to get done by March, and there are other documents that will have to be sent into the MSBA throughout the process.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I'd like to recommend, if he's so inclined to serve, Greg Bendel as our representative.
I would second that recommendation. Mr. De Palma? Okay.
Support it.
Do you accept, Mr.
I'll accept, thank you very much,
Bendel?
thank you.
Okay. So be
Appreciate
it.
it.
All right.
Vote on it.
Yeah, all in favor? All right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We look forward
Do
to.
my best, thank you very much.
We are sure
Do we
you're.
want to make an alternate in case?
Oh, yes. Anybody want to be an alternate? Mr. Kyra, I will put it out there for, I know we are all serving on different committees and stuff, but if either of you would like to be an alternate, or I could,
That's fine, I can take that if Mr. De Palma doesn't want to, but I'm
Be my guest.
relying on Greg to make every meeting anyway,
yeah,
so.
yeah. I could
I know you're the
do it as
backup, I
well.
don't have a choice.
Okay, so, thank you, Mr. Cairo. We will, everybody,
Wanna
vote,
anything
yep,
else?
vote.
I'll make a
vote.
motion that we nominate Mr. Kyra as a
I'll
alternate.
second it, and all in favor? Approved. Thank you, Mr. Cairo. Okay.
The next item under board to consider is executing the Massachusetts School Building Authority initial compliance certificate for the town of Wilmington and the Wildwood Elementary School. So this is when we would actually approve that the chair sign the document on behalf of the Board of Selectmen.
Okay.
Make a motion.
Do I
I'll
have
second
a second? All in favor? Any discussion? I should say first. No? All in favor? Okay, great.
Okay. Next item under board to consider is a request from Michael Burns of the Wilmington Rotary Club. He's requesting on behalf of the Rotary Club to use Rotary Park for their 6th Community Ice Bucket Challenge to be held on Saturday, August 28th, 2021, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. I'll note that they have raised over $20,000 for the past 5 community ice bucket challenges. And the fundraising donations have gone through to ALS Research through the Angel Fund of Wakefield. And they have also challenged the Board of Selectmen to join with them in participating in the challenge.
Okay. I'll make a motion to approve this request. Do I have a second? Mr. Palmer, any discussion? All in favor? Approved unanimously.
Next item under board to consider is signing the warrant for the special town election to be held Thursday, September 2nd, 2021. And the one item on the warrant is for one selectman to fill a vacancy. And this would be posted, I believe, in August. August 26, 2021, the warrant would be posted.
Okay. Do I have a motion for?
So moved.
Okay,
Second.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor? Unanimous,
Will you be
approved.
signing this evening?
Yes.
After the meeting, I'll have everything signed. And I'll note that the polls will be open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on September 2nd for that election. Okay, next item under board to consider is a request of Sherry Palmisano for residents of Lucaya Circle to have a neighborhood block party on Saturday, September 11th, 2021, from 12 p.m. to 10 p.m., with a rain date of Sunday, September 12th, 2021, from noon until 10 p.m. This has occurred it didn't occur last year, the block party, but it did from 2017, 2018, and 2019. They'd be blocking the street between 15 Lucaya Circle and 18 Lucaya Circle on that date. The people who don't have direct access due to the closure of the road have all agreed that that is not a problem for them. All other residents can get into their homes. There have been no objections from Chief Desmond, Chief Kavanaugh, or our DPW Director Mike Woods.
Okay. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Okay.
Seconded.
Any discussion? All in favor? All right, unanimously approved.
Okay, next item under board to consider. We have Samantha Reif here from, who is our licensed social worker for the town, our health and recovery coordinator, I should say. Her request is to use a town common and gazebo on September 20th, 2021, from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. for the purpose of holding the 6th Annual Wilmington Vigil. Let's see. And the purpose of the event, which will be in public this year, last year it was virtual, is to remember the lives lost to substance abuse and celebrate those who have found long-term recovery and Health. Did you want to come up, Samantha, and say anything? Okay. I think it's great that it could be in public.
Yeah, I think it's wonderful. Thank you for continuing to do this. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor? Unanimously approved. Best of luck, thank you.
Okay, the next item under board to consider is a request of Jane Taylor, President of the Kiwanis Club of Wilmington, to use the municipal parking lot on Middlesex Avenue Saturday, October 16th and Sunday, October 17th, 2021 for a bike swap. And the background on this request is that they would use 2 days. The first day on Saturday would be the drop-off for people who are donating bikes for the swap. If you donate a bike, then you would be able to be one of the first in line for first pick of a used bike on Sunday. And then after the exchange round, the bikes would be open to all who come to the event. It's free of charge. On Saturday, they will have the services of Hampton, New Hampshire Bike Shop available, who will perform minor adjustments to the bikes prior to the selection process on Sunday. And they will also have a Kiwanis Bike Safety Rodeo, providing helmets and safety information. And the Kiwanis Pediatric Trauma Institute at Tufts Floating Hospital will support the event.
That's great, I love that. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor? Approved unanimously.
Okay, the next item on board to consider is a request of Jennifer Vargas and Thomas Quinlan to use town property on Grove Avenue at Silver Lake for a wedding on Saturday, November 6th, 2021 at 2:30 p.m. And the location where they'd have it is on the grass area to the left of the fishing pier when you're facing the water. So it's close to the beach. And they made Wilmington their home a couple of years ago, and they'd like to celebrate their wedding day. It's going to be a short ceremony right at the beach.
I think this is wonderful. Do I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats.
Let's hope there's not an early snow.
I know, hopefully the weather will be in
Good weather.
favor. We'll wish for good weather. We're getting enough wet stuff now, so. All in favor? Unanimous. Congratulations and best of luck.
Okay, and tonight's final board to consider is a request of Julie Breen for Wilmington High School Girls Lacrosse Team to conduct a fundraising car wash at the municipal parking lot. And she sent an email to Beverly today to request a change in date. So now it will be held on, she's requesting Sunday, May 1st, with a rain date of Sunday, May 8th, from 9 to 1. And the funds that are raised at the car wash would be for Senior Week, the end of the year banquet for the lacrosse team, and a donation to a local charity, if there's anything left.
That's great. Do I have a motion? For discussion?
I just was looking at the calendar. I just wanted to confirm town meeting is the weekend before, so I have no problem. I'll move to grant the request.
Okay, do I have a second?
Well, I have
Oh, you,
5 annual town meeting. It's on the 1st.
I could be wrong. I thought it was on the
I don't know.
April 30th.
It's
I
April
thought it was.
30th? Okay. Yeah. It's that Google Calendar that,
If you show up
Just
on
throws
the
it
first,
in
you're gonna be late.
yeah. I might do that.
all in favor? Unanimous, approved. Okay, now we will go to public comments. Do we have any comments? None. Okay, and any announcements?
Just one,
Yes,
like
of
many.
course,
Thank you
Mr.
very much.
Bendel.
Just wanted to give a shout out and a big welcome home to Wilmington resident, private first class, Mark Ragucci from the United States Army is home.
Yes.
And so welcome home to Mark.
Yep, welcome home, Mark, and thank you for your service.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Greg. Any new business?
I have a-
Oh, sorry,
announcement.
Mr. Carr,
Just,
yeah.
Just a big, huge congratulations on the 6th wedding anniversary of
Oh, yes.
Greg and Andrea.
Thank you.
Congratulations. It was
Congratulations.
this
Thank you very
weekend.
much.
Yeah.
Cheers to many, many more.
Thank you very much. I'm a lucky guy. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you, Mr. Kyra.
Mr. Carr.
Any new business? Okay, and that brings us to important dates.
Okay, important dates, so we have farmers markets starting up through October 3rd on the Swain Green on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. July 14th, the Economic Development Committee will be meeting at Town Hall in the auditorium at 6 p.m. July 14th, we'll have concert on the Common, 6:30 p.m. Jimmy and the Jesters will be performing. On July 21st, another concert on the Common at 6:30 p.m. with Backtrack. On July 28th, we'll have a concert on the Common at 6:30 with Perfect Crime. August 3rd, we'll have a National Night Out at Rotary Park. August 4th, there'll be brush drop-off at Old Main Street from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. On August 7th, we'll have Purple Heart Day. August 7th will also be a brush drop-off at Old Main Street from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. On August 13th, the library will be holding its summer bash on Swain Green at 5:30 p.m. And August 16th, Board of Selectmen will be meeting at Town Hall in Room 9 at 7 p.m. On September 2nd, we'll have our special town election. The polls will be open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And September 11th, we will have our 20th anniversary remembrance of September 11th, 2001, to be held at Wilmington High School in the cafeteria at 8:30 a.m.
Thank you, Carrie. And now we will turn it over to Selectman Bendel for our salute to service.
Thank you very much. And tonight it is my distinct pleasure on behalf of the Board of Selectmen to congratulate and thank him for his service. His longtime Wilmington resident, Richard Bertrand, is this week's salute to service recipient. Dickie, as he's known around town, has served in the United States Navy during Vietnam on board the USS Vulcan, and the Vulcan was a Navy repair ship at the time. But since then, Dickie's done a lot for the town. If you've ever been to any of the town veterans events, including Veterans Day and Memorial Day, or anything else in between, you've seen Dickie there helping out, lending a helping hand. If you've ever been by the Veterans Service Office, then you've definitely seen Dickie making himself available, basically ready to be dispatched anywhere in town. If anybody needs something in the back of a truck or is in need of a helping hand, Dickie's always there to help. So we really appreciate his service to our country and his service to our community, and tonight we salute him. Thank you very much, Dickie.
Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Bertrand. Thank you, Mr. Bendel. Okay. At this time, this will end our oh, sorry.
Did everyone receive,
Yes,
the Inhabitant Bylaw Committee?
yes.
Just want to let my colleagues know that this is what we've been working on with the Bylaw Committee. Our first meeting, I believe we got through 50 of the questions. There's a number of them left to do, but you have your package now to see what we're doing, and if you have any questions on it, we will be scheduling another meeting with the board. We show up usually around 4:30, but we're going to be scheduling it for later on that evening. We find that with us going through our agenda first, we're into the 7 o'clock time, so it'll be more convenient for any of the board members that would want to come and see what we're doing and express their opinions on what we're doing too. Thank you.
Thank you, that'd be great.
Motion to adjourn?
Do I have a second?
Two executive
I
sessions.
gotta read this first.
Forgive me.
Yes, okay.
To adjourn to executive session.
Yes. Second, okay. All in favor? Yep. So at this time, I would entertain a motion to enter executive session for the purpose of discussing strategies with respect to preparation for negotiations with non-union personnel, town manager, in accordance with MGL Chapter 30A, Section 21A2, as an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the town's position as so determined by the chair, and that upon the conclusion of the executive session, the board will adjourn the meeting. Do I have a motion?
Make it moved.
Second. All in favor?
Greg Bendel, yes.
William Maselli, yes.
And Kevin Curry, yes.
Okay. Approved. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.